In this video, we'll review XLReporter's scheduler, which allows reports to be created, published, and distributed automatically in the background. XLReporter's scheduler is made up of two components: the design component, where schedules are configured, and the runtime component, which processes them in real time. Let's start by taking a look at the designer. Here in the schedule designer, actions are processed in top-down order. So, for example, even though both of these actions occur at the same time, the update sheet action, which produces and updates the Excel version of the report, is run before the report is then published as a web page. Outlines can be used in the schedule designer to group relevant sequences of actions, such as these two, which produce the same report in two different formats. Actions can be added from the designer and are made up of two parts: the action, which is what is done, and the condition, which is when that action is done. The action can be things like updating a report, publishing it to different formats, or transferring it via FTP or email. The condition can be time-based, such as every hour, every day, monthly, and so on, or based on an event in the process, like the completion of a machine cycle or an alarm condition. Actions can be individually enabled and disabled using the checkboxes here on the left. A schedule action can be tested using the test button. And if the action is updating a report and the data source is historical, this means the report will be updated with data for the times that are run in the test. Multiple line sequences of actions can be tested and backfilled using the backfill tool. A script editor is also provided so that multiple action sequences can be added as a single line item in the schedule. At runtime, the scheduler can operate in one of two modes, either as an application on the Windows desktop or as a Windows service. During the testing and development of a reporting project, it's recommended to run on the desktop because this way a window is provided that gives visual feedback into the processing of the schedule actions. In production, it's recommended to run as a Windows service because this way the scheduler is no longer reliant on a Windows user being logged in to run the application. The scheduler can also be run in production on the desktop. This just means it has to be started either from the Windows Startup folder or as the startup task in an HMI. There are two other settings that also affect the runtime performance of the scheduler. The event poll time is the interval at which XLReporter evaluates event conditions. By default, this is 5 seconds. A startup delay can also be added to ensure reliability upon a system reboot. For example, if my HMI takes 90 seconds to start after reboot, and the scheduler collects data from that HMI, I can implement a delay here so that the HMI is started by the time the scheduler starts. The scheduler can be started and stopped manually from the schedule designer, or using the start-stop control on the Project tab of the Project Explorer. When the scheduler is started in desktop mode, we can see a window that shows all of our configured actions, and a timestamp will appear the last time those actions were processed. For more information, visit us online at www.scitech.com.